Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at the Transformers Rescue Bots Sigma 17. And yeah, they're technically not called Sigma 17 in toy form. This is Series 1, but this is what they're called in continuity, so this is what I'm going to call them. Sigma 17, and these are obviously their Series 1 forms. They're not the Amazon exclusives, they're not the Energizers or whatever. These are the first ones, the first line. I don't have Prime, but I do have Bumblebee. So yeah, here they are. And so Chase, Boulder, Heatwave, and Blaze. Got all of them. Obviously, because these were child's toys, my Chase obviously is a little bit more worse for wear. He's got a broken wheel, and the light bar is all scuffed up. Boulder, you can see all the screws on his feet are rusted, probably from pushing some wet dirt or something. Heatwave, he has a couple little paint chips, but he's pretty good. Blades, the helicopter rotor, it's bent on this side, bent a little bit there, and paint chipping. But I don't mind it. Number one, I don't mind any of that stuff. Just, it's a shame, it's a little bit unfortunate, but I don't throw a fit about it. And especially with these toys I know were played with. I had a Boulder like this. It had the DVD with it. It was the second episode where the lava comes up from the sewage system. And I know that I play with mine a lot, but I really like these toys. Like I said, I experienced Boulder a lot, so I'm a huge fan of Boulder, and he was mainly the toy that I was initially going to go in on, just to initially buy him, just like back in the day. I wasn't too interested in the other toys, but I started rewatching the Rescue Bots, and I had only watched the first season, basically. I knew nothing about the second and third season, but I watched it, and once again, I fell in love with it. And the Rescue Bots, there's a reason why it was the longest running Transformer series, at least show-wise, I think. And because of its success, and because of its expertise of the character designs, the voice acting, the story writing, everything is just phenomenal. And these toys have to show it. They're simple, but they're fun, and they're just amazing. I love them. So I'm just gonna work from right to left or whatever. So we'll just push these guys back, and obviously these toys are gonna be super simple. So Chase, you just pull up on the light bar, this arm gets stuck a little bit, and there he is. This was before the show model turned him blue, so that's how he is. Boulder, super simple. Like all these guys, pull his arms out. Heatwave is probably the most addicting in my personal opinion, because you can just flip him back and forth just like this, and then snap his arms closed. It's super, super fun to do his, but you simply just do that, and then you can flip his feet out, and then there he is. And now you have Blades, and you just pivot his arms back, and his rotor spins, and the little canopy bottom comes up. So yeah, just move these guys in a little bit, and just looking at the toys, you can see how the Rescue Bots became successful. They're dead simple toys. They succeed in their simplicity, and then they're built from just feeling them. It's almost like new generations, so like Legacy, and like War for Cybertron, maybe mixed with maybe like Armada or Cybertron plastic. Like, it's not as perfect as Cybertron plastic, but it is very, very close to it. Very, very close. So these toys, they can take a beating. That's what they're meant to do. You can just see how strong they are. Obviously, their mechanisms, especially probably Heatwave with these thin armatures and stuff. You can see that little white plastic piece that's holding his head up. Those could probably break, but everything else, these are just sturdy and bulletproof toys. and that contributes to their success. Like, I really like these toys. They're very addictive to just flip back and forth, even as old as I am. I shouldn't be enjoying them as much as I do, especially Heatwave. Like I said, just clasp it down, and just, it's so addictive and simple. And then you bring into the fact that their characters and the show that they are a part of is amazing. That's what got me into wanting to buy at least the other three. Boulder I was gonna end up getting, but the other three, the show made me care. Like, I obviously loved them. I love the show, love the toys, but made me want to look for a lot. I got these guys in a lot, and that the show made me want to do that. Like, when I watched Jay Decker, it made me instantly want to go and hunt down those toys. And that same thing happened to me when I watched the Rescue Bots and I watched the show. I became so attached to them that I wanted to go out and find them all, or at least the main ones, the main toys. And when a show or a piece of media does that to you, it has to show something. To sell such simplistic toys to someone, even like me, to go buy them all, basically. And that has to show the success of it. And the characters, I love how they have a simple, small cast that even when they include like Salvage and Blur and Quick Shadow and High Tide, or even Optimus and Bumblebee, characters that don't show up very often, they still are there long enough that you can get attached to them, especially the Sigma 17 crew. I love how it's just the four of them. And you can get attached. Like, I got attached to Boulder when I was younger, and, he was the only rescue bot that I needed. And then, like, you could get attached to Chase, or Heatwave, or Boulder, and it's just so incredibly fun and amazing that it was so masterfully created that you could get attached to any one of these characters, and then you could walk in and you could buy the one you really wanted, the one that you related to the most. And that's why I think big casts like G1 don't really work, because yeah, you can sell toys, but when you can't relate to the toys themselves, the show kind of suffers a little bit. But that's why I think shows like Jay Decker, Beast Wars, The Rescue Bots, Transformers Victory, they succeed because they have smaller casts. And that's why I love the toys. I am invested in the characters. So that's why I can love a dumb, childish toy like these that have no articulation. And then it makes me excited for the new ones. Chase just came out, if you didn't see my video on him. But Chase just came out, and that makes me excited for Heatwave and Truly Boulder, or Blades, or even the other ones. Is that for how dumb and small scale Rescue Bots, you could say, is, you can't deny the success of it. The success of the simple, simplistic toys that they are. And the marvelous, excellent show that it is. And that's why I want to make this video, is like, yeah, I couldn't make a full video on just these toys. I've transformed these toys like 3 or 4 times just in the span of this video. But I want to talk about the toys, the show, everything about them. They were created with passion. The toys were created with passion. The show was created with passion. And that's why I love the fact they're being represented here in Legacy. I love this. I know this isn't going to be a super long video because these toys are very, very simplistic. But I want to make this video because I love the toys. I fell in love with these toys. I fell in love with Boulder many years ago. But I love them. I love the toys. I love the show. I even have a whole new shelf dedicated to the toys. When, I don't know, they're just big, fun, chunky toys, and then they have a masterful show that makes me care and makes me care about buying the rest of them. It's fun, it's awesome, and I love it. I just love this. I love the fact that they're getting new toys here soon, and I will easily buy them all. and it's just amazing. I really like them. Just the simple simplicity of these toys, and then the fact that they have some, they actually somewhat have some different scaling with each other. That they're not all the same size. Like Blades is a touch taller than Heatwave, and Chase is, a touch taller than Heatwave, and vice versa. Boulder, he's the shortest of the cast, and you can definitely cast in the show, and you can definitely see that here. He's the shortest, or maybe he's a touch taller than Heatwave, but it's a fun cast, and I bought this lot with 2 Energizer chases for, I think, $30 or $40. But the fact that you can basically go on eBay, I'd say on the aftermarket, and you can buy whichever one is your favorite for around $5 to $20 maybe, I'm just assuming. They were inexpensive and fun toys then, and they're still inexpensive and fun toys now. Where you can go and spend $40 and you can get the entire team. I just love that. And I love the continuity that these guys were a team and they're the very last of their kind. I just love all that. They show the human side of the war. They show the human side of the war, that these guys are meant to protect the people, not to fight in wars. And just the entirety of this is so fun. Someday I'll probably revisit the show more, because I really want to rewatch all the shows and then rethink my ranking of all the shows. And I think, especially rewatching the Rescue Bots, I think the show might be a little bit higher than the way it went. But yeah, I know this is a bit of a quick video, and I'm doing it over some dumb toys, and then on more of the show and not really reviewing the toys. I love the toys. Just their looks, their plastic, their sturdiness, their vehicle modes. They look really good. They're awesome toys, and they hold up today if you're going to give them to a kid. And so yeah, there's a reason why this toy line was the longest, or the show was the longest running, I'm pretty sure. One of the two. There's a reason. And I just love it. That's really all I have to say. I know this is a quick one. Really didn't mean anything, but I just had to do it because really wanted to. So that's really all I have to say. So, until next time, see ya.